How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. I also got to put in the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice. So just know when you do invest, you're doing it at your own risk. So today we're going to be talking about IDEX, Ideanomics. It's been a little while since we spoke about it, but I want to make sure you guys are staying inside the loop. Before we get started, we have to go over an agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below in the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're considering to take a position, I suggest you watch the entire video. So the first thing that we're going to be going over is a recent press release that came out, and yes, Ideanomics, through one of their subsidiaries, was able to get a deal done, so we're going to be going through that. Then secondly, we're going to be doing a technical analysis. We want to take a look at the overall price action. What do we want to look for on the bullish side, and as well, if you're looking out for any pullbacks and so forth, some areas that you might want to keep an eye on, especially if you do believe in the long-term prospects like myself. And then we're going to be taking a look on Fintel at the short interest information. We want to know, what is the overall market sentiment? Should the price be going down? Is that what the market is saying? Or the market is saying, well, you know what? The price does need to go up. So we could figure that out, and that will tell us in regards to overall volatility, in regards to seeing how the price actually moves. And then when all of that is done, I'll be getting into the final thoughts. So let's get into it. So we're going to be going over the recent press release that came out for Ideanomics, and as well to do with Wave. So Ideanomics announces Wave's inductive chargers to power Twin Transit Authority in Chehalis, Washington. Founded in 2011, Wave is a leading provider of inductive wireless charging systems for commercial electric vehicles. High-power, cable-free, en-route charging helps Washington-based Transit Authority extend the driving range of their electric buses. Wave's technology is proven in the field with multiple commercial customer deployments across the U.S. This adoption will accelerate Twin Transit's progress toward achieving its goal to make its fleet fully electric by 2030. So yes, we have gotten that right. We have seen it. They've been able to get a deal done with the Twin Transit Authority in Washington. If you don't know already, Wave is actually one of the subsidiaries of Ideanomics. Let's continue. IDEX, as today, announces subsidiary Wave, a leading developer of high-power inductive charging solutions for medium and heavy-duty vehicles, has completed another transit authority deployment, adding the TTA in Washington to its growing list of transit fleet customers. TTA has adopted and completed installation of Wave's 250 kilowatt high-power wireless charging system to help achieve their zero-emission goals. One of the most significant barriers mass transit agencies face in the move to zero-emission electric vehicles is matching the typical driving range of diesel buses. Wave's automated cable-free system was deployed en route to extend the range of the TTA's first two battery electric buses, representing a big leap forward in the agency's goal to make its entire 20-vehicle fleet carbon neutral by 2030. So this gives it even more credibility here and letting you know how much value Wave actually gives. We've talked about on this channel already, wireless charging for commercial vehicles is huge. And the fact that, hey, we have a big company like Twin Transit in Washington actually taking the leap forward and in using this particular type of technology, we have to look forward to seeing other companies as well wanting to follow suit. Let's continue. Our organization sees this technology as a critical component of the future of electric bus operations, and we were determined to join forces with a company that was both easy to work with and had a successful models of implementation, explained Twin Transit Executive Director Joe Clark. Wave's inductive charging was by far the most efficient and effective solution and the easiest for our drivers to operate. This is very key here. The easiest, right? You want to make sure it's as smooth as possible as you're transitioning, all right? Perhaps most importantly, Wave was willing to be a strategic long-term partner. So you're seeing that correctly, long-term. This is not going to be just a fly-by-night thing. This is going to be huge. Within seconds of scheduled stops, the high power needed for meaningful range extension, it's transferred from ruggedized charging units embedded in the road surface to a receiving pad on the vehicle's undercarriage. Free from human contact and mechanical movement, a Wave 250 kilowatt charger can add up to 25 miles of range to a 40-foot bus in just 10 minutes. Wow. Like, the reason why this is big, there's no wires that are required. This bus, all it has to do is go over the inductive system, get charged. After 10 minutes, it can run another 25 miles. Very good to know. With Wave, we can augment our existing depot charging systems by allowing our buses to bump charge throughout the day. Very key here. This allows us to extend the range of our fleet from about 150 miles to a virtually endless operating cycle. The Wave model totally eliminates any charging range anxiety while at the same time ensuring the efficient operation of our bus routes all day long. This is why I was saying, if we have more companies following along with the TTA and seeing the value that it provides and how it's going to help the environment overall in general, this is going to be huge for Ideanomics. Wave technology has successfully undergone multiple rigorous commercial deployments throughout the country. Most notably, the Antelope Valley Transit Authority in Los Angeles County deployed 12 Wave wireless chargers over 100 square miles, making it the largest mass transit deployment of wireless chargers in the world. There's the rest of it there. You guys can read out. I'll include a link in the description. Definitely some great news for Ideanomics. I definitely do see a lot more potential for Wave in the future, and it's part of the reasons why I am bullish. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for Ideanomics. So let's see how it performed on Friday. So it ended up closing at $2.86, being down 2.05% on the day. On the low, it tested $2.84, and then on the high, testing $2.98. So the chart that we're looking at is actually the daily 1-year chart, just in case you wanted to know. And also, we want to take into consideration that Ideanomics was on a strong run up. If we take a look at the price on May the 11th, and again going all the way over here, we ended up reaching this high over here on the 2nd, getting to $3.26. Now it is beginning to sell off, and these are one of the things that I want to bring to your attention here. If this area does end up breaking where we see at 286, I'll be looking for a retest around this 270 level. If this 270 level ends up breaking, then definitely we can look forward to seeing around 250, and if 250 ends up breaking, then I'll be looking for a test on the 200-day, but a quick rebound, which should be at $2.33. But if it ends up using the 21-day EMA as support right here around this 284, which it has done in the past, and I'll be looking forward to come back to trying to retest that $3 range and break through this area. If it's able to break through this area with a lot of buying volume, then we can look forward to see it coming back and seeing it do the retest into the 320s. When we take a look at the RSI down below, we can see that it's right around 50, so right around fair value. This is a penny stock at the end of the day. It does come with a lot of volatility, so I wouldn't be surprised if you wait, you might be able to get into it with a better position. If we take a look at the highs that it's been on, we see it got to around $5.53, and if you believe in the long-term prospects, like myself, that it's going to be able to move higher from where the current price is right now, a year to 2 years from now, then I definitely do see an opportunity here. But at the same time, I think patience is definitely key here, and seeing how well those support levels hold up and whether it decides to make a rebound. So we're going to be taking a look at the short interest information for Ideanomics. So you can see as of the close on Friday, the short volume ratio is at 22%. So this is fairly high. So as far as sentiment is concerned in the market, they're saying, hey, the price needs to come down. If we take a look at the short shares availability, it is around 950,000, updated 18 minutes ago. And if we take a look at the short borrow free rate, it is at 6.56%. Taking a look at the history of the short volume ratio, you can see it was a lot lower around May 21st, going all the way up to May the 27th. As it started to creep up, it got to 18, then it went to 12.83, but then you see 14, and then it has just literally started jumping from there. If the price continues to go on a run up, I can see the short volume ratio increasing, so that's one thing to keep in mind. And the reason why this is important to know, because this is going to be adding to even more volatility with this stock, but at the same time, if you believe in the long-term prospects like myself, these are just opportunities where we could take advantage of dips and have our positions built out. So for my final thoughts for Ideanomics, ticker symbol IDEX. I just love the deal that they were able to get done with the TTA through Wave. If you don't know about what Wave is, this is their wireless charging technology. One thing that I love about it, you don't need any cables whatsoever, and all commercial vehicles have to do is ride over the induction system itself, and then they can charge their commercial vehicles. In this particular case, it's for buses that they're going to be charging up. And the fact that it's going to be alongside these routes, and also the company that they're working with sees the value. And we already know, as far as Biden and his infrastructure plan, they're really trying to improve and really adopt electric vehicles overall in general, since it is better for the overall environment. And we know that Ideanomics is making a lot of head strides in this particular space as well, and it's something that really cannot be ignored. Now, when we took a look at the market sentiment, and as well as for the short interest information, we could see that short interest was at 22%. So we know if it's 21% or higher, yes, it does present some short squeeze potential, but it also does give us some volatility here. And what the market is saying, hey, that price needs to come down. That's why the short interest is higher than normal. So being aware of this, you'll know it will come with a lot of volatility, but also that's something to expect, especially with a penny stock like this. But in my personal opinion, I think within the 1 year to maybe around 2 years, this is a stock that can definitely give you a return on your investment. So if we're looking at it 2 years from now, I want to see Ideanomics at least being around $10. But this is only going to happen if we see consistent improvements on their earnings report, because the most recent one that they did actually turned out being very solid. So if this can maintain and be consistent, and they can get more deals done on top of it, which I have no doubt about, then things are definitely looking bright for Ideanomics' future. As far as the 1 year price target, what could I see it do within 1 year? Literally, I really want to see it around $7 1 year from now, or even higher. So that's kind of to keep you updated. If you take a look at the current price of where it's at, that's a good amount of upside, all things considered. But like I said, you guys already know I like to be very lax when it comes to my price targets. I don't want to be ridiculous and so forth. So that's why I'm giving that to you. And if you look at it, there is some upside. Also, make sure you look out for those pullbacks. I want to make sure you guys are buying and you're getting in at a right price. But I do believe if you can get in under $3, you're definitely setting yourself up very well. But of course, I'm not a financial advisor, so you're the one who's pushing the buy button. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.